Melissa Gilbert was born on May 8, 1964, in Los Angeles, California, and from the beginning her life was closely tied to the entertainment world. Adopted as an infant by actor and comedian Paul Gilbert and his wife Barbara Crane, she grew up in an environment where show business was part of everyday life. This exposure shaped her interests early, and she quickly developed a natural inclination toward performing. Despite the privileges of being raised in Hollywood, her upbringing also came with emotional complexities, including her parents' eventual separation. Still, she found stability in acting, which became both an outlet and a direction for her energy. By the time she was a child, she was already auditioning and learning how to navigate the demanding expectations of the industry. Those early experiences helped her build resilience, discipline, and adaptability, qualities that would become essential as she transitioned from a child performer into a lifelong career in television and film. Breakthrough role in Little House on the Prairie. Melissa Gilbert's defining breakthrough came when she was cast at just 9 years old as Laura Ingalls Wilder in the television series Little House on the Prairie. The show, which ran from 1974 to 1983, became a major cultural success and established her as one of the most recognizable young actors of the era. Based on Laura Ingalls Wilder's semi-autobiographical books, the series focused on pioneer life, family values, and the emotional challenges of survival in rural America. Gilbert's portrayal of Laura, affectionately nicknamed Half Pint, captured innocence, strength, and emotional depth in a way that resonated deeply with audiences. Working alongside a seasoned cast and under the guidance of Michael Landon, she matured quickly as an actress. The role not only made her famous but also defined much of her early identity. While she gained admiration and widespread recognition, the demands of long-term child stardom also meant she had to grow up in the public eye under intense scrutiny. Expanding career in television and film, after Little House on the Prairie ended, Melissa Gilbert worked to establish herself beyond the role that made her famous. She transitioned into a variety of television films and dramatic projects that allowed her to explore more complex and mature characters. Her performances in productions such as Choices of the Heart and The Miracle Worker demonstrated her ability to handle emotionally demanding roles that required nuance and depth. In The Miracle Worker, she played Helen Keller opposite Patty Duke's portrayal of Anne Sullivan, a pairing that would later gain deeper symbolic meaning in her reflections on Duke's life. Gilbert also appeared in numerous television series and guest roles throughout the 1980s and 1990s, proving her adaptability in an industry that often struggles to reframe former child stars. Although she never fully escaped the shadow of her early fame, she succeeded in building a diverse career that showcased her range and commitment to acting as a long-term craft rather than a childhood moment. Leadership role in the Screen Actors Guild. Beyond acting, Melissa Gilbert took on a significant leadership position within Hollywood when she was elected president of the Screen Actors Guild in 2001. She served in this role until 2005, representing thousands of actors and advocating for their rights during a time of major industry change. Her tenure was marked by efforts to improve working conditions, negotiate fair contracts, and strengthen healthcare and pension protections for performers. This responsibility placed her at the center of complex negotiations between actors and studios, requiring both diplomacy and determination. Gilbert's leadership style was often described as hands-on and empathetic, reflecting her own experiences as a working actor from childhood. She understood firsthand the challenges faced by performers, particularly those without financial security or stable representation. Her time at the Guild reinforced her reputation as more than just an actress, highlighting her as an advocate willing to step into leadership roles to protect the broader acting community. Stage work and the Little House musical adaptation. In addition to her screen work, Melissa Gilbert returned to her most iconic role in a new form through the stage adaptation of Little House on the Prairie. Around 2008 and 2009, she joined the production as Caroline Ingalls in a musical adaptation directed by Francesca Zambello. The show premiered at the Guthrie Theater in Minneapolis before touring across the United States. This theatrical version reimagined the beloved story for live audiences, blending music and drama to capture the emotional essence of pioneer life. Gilbert's involvement added a layer of authenticity and nostalgia for longtime fans of the original series. Performing on stage also allowed her to reconnect with the material in a more immediate and intimate way compared to television. The production continued touring until 2010, offering audiences across the country a chance to experience a familiar story in a fresh format. For Gilbert, it represented both a tribute to her past and an opportunity to reinterpret it through a new artistic lens. Writing career and personal memoirs. Melissa Gilbert also established herself as a writer, using memoirs and books to share her personal experiences more directly with the public. Her 2009 memoir, Prairie Tale, offered an unfiltered look at her life behind the scenes, including the pressures of child stardom, struggles with addiction, and her journey toward recovery. The book was notable for its honesty, as she openly discussed both her successes and her personal difficulties without attempting to soften the narrative. Later, she published My Prairie Cookbook in 2014, which combined recipes with reflections on her time during Little House on the Prairie. This blend of food and storytelling gave fans a more personal connection to her life and memories. Through writing, Gilbert was able to reclaim her story on her own terms, stepping outside the roles she had played on screen. Her books demonstrated a desire not only to reflect on her past but also to offer insight, healing, and connection to readers who may have faced similar challenges. First marriage and early family life. In 1988, Melissa Gilbert married actor Beau Brinkman, beginning a new chapter in her personal life. Their relationship developed during a period when both were active in the entertainment industry, and they shared a creative connection as well as personal attraction. In 1989, they welcomed their son, Dakota, marking Gilbert's transition into motherhood. This new responsibility added emotional depth to her life but also introduced additional challenges as she balanced parenting with her professional career. Despite their early bond, the pressures of Hollywood life and personal differences gradually strained the marriage. After several years together, the relationship ended in divorce in 1994. While the separation was difficult, Gilbert later reflected on this period as a formative experience that taught her important lessons about relationships, independence, and emotional resilience. Her early marriage marked the beginning of a pattern in her personal life where love, career, and growth often intersected in complex and evolving ways. Marriage to Bruce Boxleitner and blended family life. Following her divorce, Melissa Gilbert found love again with actor Bruce Boxleitner, known for his roles in television series and films such as Scarecrow and Mrs. King and Tron. The two married in 1995 and built a blended family that included Boxleitner's children from a previous marriage as well as their son, Michael, born the same year. Gilbert often spoke about the importance of family during this time, as she embraced both motherhood and stepmotherhood while continuing her acting career. Their marriage lasted over 16 years, making it her longest relationship. However, like many long-term partnerships in the entertainment industry, it faced challenges related to career demands, personal growth, and changing life priorities. Eventually, the couple divorced in 2011. Despite the separation, Gilbert has often emphasized the significance of that chapter in her life, recognizing both the joy and the difficulties that came with building a blended family over many years in the public eye. Later marriage and life with Timothy Busfield. In 2013, Melissa Gilbert married actor and director Timothy Busfield, marking another significant transition in her personal journey. Their relationship developed quickly, rooted in shared values, mutual respect, and a desire for a simpler lifestyle away from Hollywood's intensity. After their marriage, the couple moved to Howell, Michigan, where they embraced a quieter existence focused on family, home restoration, and community life. Gilbert often described this period as grounding, as she stepped away from the fast pace of the entertainment industry to focus on personal well-being and domestic fulfillment. Later, they relocated to New York City, where she re-engaged with the cultural energy of theater, writing, and creative work. This phase of her life reflected a balance between retreat and re-engagement, allowing her to experience both solitude and artistic stimulation. Her marriage to Busfield represented a more settled and reflective chapter, characterized by stability, companionship, and continued personal evolution. Reflections on Patty Duke and artistic admiration. At the age of 61, Melissa Gilbert spoke openly about her reflections on actress Patty Duke, offering a deeply personal perspective shaped by decades in the entertainment industry. Gilbert expressed admiration for Duke's extraordinary talent, describing her as a performer capable of conveying raw emotion and authenticity on screen. Having worked in an industry that often demands emotional vulnerability, Gilbert related strongly to Duke's artistic intensity. She also acknowledged that, as a young performer, she did not fully understand the personal struggles Duke faced, including mental health challenges and the pressures of early fame. Over time, however, Gilbert gained a deeper appreciation for the complexities behind Duke's public image. Her reflections were marked by empathy and respect, recognizing Duke not only as a legendary actress but also as a human being who navigated significant personal difficulties while maintaining her artistic legacy, understanding Hollywood pressures and personal parallels. In discussing Patty Duke, Melissa Gilbert also reflected on broader themes within Hollywood, particularly the impact of fame on child actors and long-term mental and emotional health. She recognized parallels between Duke's experiences and her own journey, including the pressures of early success, public scrutiny, and personal struggles that unfolded under constant attention. Gilbert acknowledged that many performers face unseen challenges behind their public personas, and that fame can amplify both achievement and vulnerability. Her perspective was shaped by lived experience.